the beginning, legends of flying men soared. And today, you are on the brink of transforming those legends into a reality. With flight and new forms of communication, you can create a small and intimate world. But at what cost? Our competing ideas of how to govern and how to live threaten to bring conflict on a global scale. You must choose your own path through this rising din of ideological oratory.
Hello! What's wrong with the US? Oh my god, so much. Where to begin? Where would you like to begin? Would you like to begin with our beginning as a colony, informed by really particular and really noxious interpretations of Christianity? Would you like to begin with our own colonization of the West? Would you like to begin with the post-war era? So many things are wrong with the United States of America. I simply couldn't even begin to list them all. This is the first time I've spoken today. What can we do about it? Be a good person. Not to self-promote, but that's essentially what my Gollum video is about, and that will come out Saturday if all goes well. I just downloaded the video file today, and I'm gonna be finishing the edit over the week. It'll hopefully be on Patreon like Wednesday or something. There's no being a hero, you know. None of us individually are gonna fix this. What we can do is be good examples of the kind of person we think people should be, you know. You could sort of collapse this into like be the change you want to see in the world or whatever, but I mean, like, I don't even think it's about change. There's no change necessary. Just be a good person, you know, and refuse any opportunity to be a bad person, no matter how tempting it seems. That's what we do. Never seen so many people supporting us publicly. Yeah, I saw the demonstrations. It was insane. In the middle of winter, thousands of people. That's like that's like a big percentage of the entire nation. Thousands of people, you know. It's like 5% of your entire country turned out. Starving? Oh no. What's the matter with you people? They literally can't buy any more land. What do I do about this? Do I make a... I guess I trade, right? Da do be dee be dee da. Yay. Silk industry. Yeah. Everybody's on your side. Don't you worry about that. My prediction, I could be wrong because Trump just gets more like addled and has more mini strokes by the day. But my prediction, what the fuck? What? Okay. Oh, I want a culture yield. That sucks. Oh well, wasn't meant to be. I predict that Trump's gonna taco out. 'Cause that's what he always does. Because this is not a serious government. We don't do serious things in the United States of America anymore. The best way to predict everything that the Trump administration does is in terms of content. Is it going to make good content? Then they'll do it. Is it going to threaten their future ability to make good content? They're not going to do it. So, that's what I predict. There we go. Now we're happy. Thank you for your permission. Clown movie is almost done. If you could have one malevolent U.S. historical mythological figure in the credits collage animation. Oh, Wendigo, for sure. How could it be anything but? No. I will not be giving away the tale of Peter Rabbit. Thank you very much. Yeah. I will say seeing regular everyday Greenlanders absolutely tear Trump and US apart is like crack. Yeah. We deserve it. It's the century of American humiliation. We deserve it. What's this place need? Anything? Other than housing? There's only so much I can do about that. Send them to Fortaleza, maybe? No, Stockholm for sure. 19 gold per turn. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! I do need tourism. Seems foolish not to do a sewer, I guess. Agra needs housing. That's a problem. And they already have a neighborhood. Good gracious. Let's do dam. Cat's bagels. Literally every Greenlander. No, anything but becoming an American. I will sooner die. It's amazing. Nobody wants to be fucking American. No, like, and this is the delusion that this country has labored under for many, well, I don't know about many, but certainly many decades. That, like, the reason the United States government has had such, like, popular leeway to do what they do, all the shitty things that they do, is because Americans really believe that everybody wants to be American, you know? And they fucking don't. So it's really satisfying to have, you know, a potential fucking colony be able to say that out loud and for that to reach American ears. So we've never had that before. It's one of the benefits of social media. America's bad and ugly. Yeah, it is. And that really fucking sucks because it doesn't have to be. By no means does it have to be. Damn. Bye-bye coastal tiles. Ugh. I think, like, geographically, this is one of, if not the most beautiful country in the world. You know, I'm biased. It's my home. But one of the reasons I, to some extent, can't fucking stand Texas is because they don't respect how beautiful Texas is and could be. They develop wide and ugly. Every building Texas makes is hideous. It looks stupid and gross. Let's get this aluminum, I guess. Is it builders that can plant trees? Time to start doing that. I also need... Man, I hate to say this, but I need some oil. I don't see any. Which super sucks for me. Yeah, like Mount Rushmore. Good example. Do I really have no oil anywhere? Oh, that blows. Do 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 do. Does anybody else have oil? How about you? Yeah, sure does. Give me like 30. Yeah, I guess. Oh, that's all real people. You said mythological. Oh, well, Judge Holden isn't real, I guess, but... Yeah, you gotta include some American, you know, ghoulies and ghosties in there, I feel. Yay, friends. Texans are like characters in a cartoon who look at someone suddenly that suddenly turns into a turkey leg, but for them it's any space of land turning into a Buc-ee's. It's especially ridiculous and noxious and stupid and gross because Texans like fancy themselves like, you know, super in tune with the land, and it's not true. It's not the case at all. That's what all the cowboy shit's about. It's not true. Texans don't give a fuck about the land. Are you kidding me? It's okay to be worried, just don't despair. You can worry, don't despair. That shit's stupid. I've actually found it pretty fascinating for myself how easy it is to not despair. And my family's in pretty immediate danger, you know? So it's like, man, it's like gaining a superpower. That's what it feels like. Broadcast center, I guess, yeah. Texans get one happy girlfriend and suddenly they care about the earth. Ugh. Did I tell you I saw Avatar 3 and it was bad? Probably, right? Except Well and Inspector. Well and Inspector is the only good Texan. Not even me. I'm not a good Texan. Don't listen to a word I say. It's only Natalie Maines and Well and Inspector. Those are the only two good Texans. Time to switch to Stardew Valley. Maybe. I do love Stardew Valley. I wonder if there are any Texas towns that still allow you to pursue the Stardew Valley life. Because again, we pretend it's not fucking true. Small towns in Texas fucking suck. They do not support each other. They are not strong communities. They are as hollowed out as every other shitty small town in this stupid ass country. And it's hard to grow shit here. Which reminds me, well, Inspector, when do you plant your tomatoes and how? My winter garden is such a disaster. Well, Inspector, for any vegetables that you grow, do you have a row cover? You know, do you use shade cloth? Because I think that needs to be my project for this year, for the garden. It needs some kind of frame so that I can put some shade cloth and some, like, I don't know, some kind of cover for when it's too hot or too cold, which it frequently is in this ridiculous garbage state. Better or worse than wave water? Probably better. Which it really isn't saying much. Because I really hate wave water. I mean, it might just be a matter of, like, I don't know, managed expectations, though, too, because, like, wave water was so bad. Like, a lot worse than I expected. And, Fire and Ash is just kind of, it's the same movie again, obviously, but slightly different things happen. It's not just a pursuit of a new... Oh, there we go!
Sources of power in nature for the use and...
It's not just a new, hell yeah. Not just a new resource that the humans are pursuing. Instead, it's the same resource. Give me a builder. Okay. Yeah. Give me some electricity. Great person. Hooray. One level of diplomatic visibility. I don't need that. I shall pass. See, this is what Civ 6 is good for. Look at all these fats. Hell yeah. Pass. Babadook has been colonized. Oh no. Why do they like fire? Oh, that's, yeah. That's super dumb. They like fire because it's like they're like basically the sort of edgy Satanists of Pandora. It's not a real culture because James Cameron can't conceive of any native culture that has anything but like, you know, the most kumbaya relationship to nature he can imagine in his, you know, narrow definition of what it means to respect the world around you. So they don't have any like there are some sort of overtures to, you know, like rituals they do for that are fire related, but like they don't worship a fire god. It's expressly a negative religion. They're rejectful of Awa, which is stupid. That's not no, that's not what cultures that live in difficult places do. You know, you can't build a culture off a negation of the metaphysical. Like, you know, cultures that live in really harsh environments just have different approaches to what makes life meaningful. That's it. And there was certainly an opera. Oh man, I can't do any offshore drilling. That's a shame. Here, go here instead. Make me an industry. So instead they just like bitch about how Awa ruined their and like this is the other thing that like Awa didn't step in when the volcano exploded and ruined the forest of Varang's family, I guess. And this is why cultures that live in harsh environments come up with like, you know, positive metaphysical structures to find meaning in, because if you don't do that, then the only option is to fucking move. Just leave. Just go somewhere else. And it's not clear at all why they don't do that. Just because native people are stupid, I guess. Would not put any tomatoes out until March. That makes sense. I grew a really sad tomato plant last year, and I got one tomato from it. It was like 2 inches in diameter, but it was really yummy. There was Half-Light Disco Elysium was an outlet for my impotent rage. You think it'll work? Probably. It'll certainly make you feel like pensive about whatever's ailing you. And there are many things that are ailing many people, so yeah, I endorse that. That'd probably be fun. Or something. In a matter of speaking. Do I have a favorite film? Yeah, I've got several. My stock answer is Lord of the Rings, just as one big trilogy. But I was thinking about this the other day because people ask me that question all the time, and I completely forgot that for a long time, I need to watch it again and see if it's still the case, but I suspect it will be. For a long time, my favorite movie, hands down, was The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. What a good movie. Oh my god. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. That whole thing, start to finish, is just fucking cinema. And also, like, here's how good it is. It has a voiceover, and that's not a deal breaker for me. Its voiceover actually feels properly aesthetically incorporated with what it's doing, which is like stunning, you know. Just astounding that they're able to do that. Usually voiceovers fucking suck. Hi, Sunday. So replacing the MacGuffin resource with a new identical MacGuffin. Yep. Did they forget about the first one or something? No, it's just that James Cameron is in the same way that Trump is a Make-A-Wish president, James Cameron is like a Make-A-Wish director. That's the only way we can ever do any kind of cultural development now, is if we just like give all our resources to one guy and let him do whatever he wants. And that's supposed to be that's as much culture as we get now. What's the opposite of a meritocracy? Would it be fair to say that feudalism is the opposite of a meritocracy? It's certainly oppositional to a meritocracy. Yeah, I'll accept this deal. Have some coal. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boo, doop, boop, boo. Really, the Avatar survival game actually has a relatively sophisticated... I'm catching up with the chat here. I'm really bad at keeping track with the chat. Relatively sophisticated treatment of Na'vi that are assimilated into the human colonial regime. See, that like that's the kind of story that would be interesting to see, quite genuinely, you know? There are so many... I don't want to, like, piss on James Cameron's ideas just because he's a bad at writing stories and directing movies. Like, there's a decent story in whatever it is he thinks he's doing. It's just that he picks the absolute least interesting aspects of what he's doing just so he can fantasize about fucking native women is really what it comes down to. You know? I gotta catch up here. Finish my first homebrew D&D setting ass world building. It's exactly what it is. It's bad world building. Every time I see somebody defend it, they talk about the world building, and it's not good world building. It's bad. It makes me so fucking mad. Yes, build me an army. I might need a pickaxe to break up my soil. I mean, my garden beds are pretty set. I've got them slightly raised. They're like 6-inch raised beds. And that's doing me pretty well. The little plants I have out there did not like the freeze the other night. Pretty frustrating to see them all happy and then come out one day and they're just dead. What do I want to do with this builder? Isn't Calcutta like starving or something? Oh. No, that was Agra. Yeah, they need housing. Okay. We can do that. Oh my god. Just imagine Michael Scott on Earth at board meetings pitching new resources every time his colonial missions get massacred by space smurfs. I'd watch an Avatar crossover. I want to know what's going on Earth. That's another aspect of his world building that sucks so bad, is that like Earth really doesn't come into it at all, except in how it affects Pandora. And hey man, it's not how colonialism works. What is the government? Is it a one world government? What's going on? What if it is a one world government? What does culture look like there? What do people think of Pandora? You know? Do they support the colonization of Pandora? If so, why? Could be interesting! The feudal system is selecting for proficiency at violence. Twoo. That's a good definition, actually. Haven't been around for your Civ playthrough. Can you give us a quick rundown of your empire? I'm so glad you asked, Jenkins. So we started here in Tenochtitlan. We are, of course, the Aztec Empire. Nice to meet you. Oh my god. I swiftly defeated England, but it wasn't an honorable win. Because really they defeated themselves. They declared war on me very early in the game. So did Sweden, and so did India. And so I was fighting a 3-front war for a while. And then London fell into a dark age and lost their only city. And I gained it through influence. Boo. I wanted to gain it through force. And then I started attacking India. I think I took Hyderabad and Mumbai fair and square, and then India also succumbed to irrelevance. I gotta stop doing dramatic modes. It's not as fun when your enemies defeat themselves. And ever since then, it's been pretty smooth sailing. I had really, really ill feelings toward Brazil for a while. But we're friends now I likened it last time to, like, we're friends in the same way that BoJack Horseman and Mr. Peanut Butter are friends. You know, they have no idea I hate them. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, and we're going for a culture victory. This is usually, man, I promise I'm not like a bloodthirsty person in real life. This is usually my least favorite part of the game, just because it's like, man, I don't want to say boring, but building infrastructure, ugh, boo. Cookies and cream ice cream, so happy for you. That's awesome. You can like liking things, Ethan. You can like Avatar if you want. That's fine. It's okay to be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that. Man, I was gonna say something inflammatory that might get me kicked off this platform. This is impolite company.
Class struggle necessarily leads
I have to remember
the
that.
dictatorship of the proletariat.
Boo, I was hoping this is a declaration of war. Shit. Look at all these destroyed thingies. Is it, I think it was from a tornado, I guess. We need a new builder. I think if I really go hard on like the new cultures and technologies, or civics and technologies, then I can force the game to speed up and make the era turn sooner and potentially force somebody else into a dark age. That's an option. Ooh, I'd like to build Broadway. I only have one wonder, which is not enough. Yeah, let's do it. I think Genghis Khan's gonna win this game, though. They're already in the information era, which is bonkers. What are these? We don't really need any more iron, is the thing. I guess we could just do it anyway. Ugh, 35 turns to make a builder. Ridiculous. Maybe a neighborhood? Yeah. Put her there, champ. Well, since we're not at war, we might as well... Well, no. That won't really help me, actually. Well, it'll help a little. Might as well. Let's see. How about 15% production to wonders, so I can build Broadway. Extra culture in theater squares would be nice. That's not useful at all. What should we do here? Maybe... I'm on a couple continents, technically, I think. Let's do colonial taxes. I don't need this governor's provide loyalty thing anymore, so let's change that. This can actually go here, and then... extra gold? Yeah, wait. If city population is 15 or higher, plus 50% if district has at least plus 4 Gs. No, that's actually not great. What about this one? Collectivization, plus 2 production, plus 4 food from domestic trade routes. That's not bad, actually. Yeah, sure. Death to the bourgeoisie. I have seen Hell or High Water, yes. I have driven that highway so many times. Aztec skyscrapers, yes. One of the most interesting things about colonialism is how colonies radically change the metropole to the point where it turns against its own structure and escalates reform. Nothing of this in Avatar. Yeah, well, because like one of the things that's going on in Avatar is that James Cameron thinks that once a culture has been colonized, it's functionally dead. Like he doesn't believe that that native people are real. He thinks they're all gone, basically. And so he doesn't believe that that indigenous people can have a can have a, you know, sorry, I'm distracted. He doesn't believe that indigenous people can functionally fight against their oppressors unless they are like still culturally unless they still have a cultural hegemony among their own people, you know. He doesn't believe that once a culture is colonized that culture can fight back anymore, which is why he doesn't have in his movies, he doesn't touch upon Na'vi being integrated with human society at all, except in the first one with that school that, you know, is destroyed. Like there's no actual There's no actual engagement with what happens to a society when they have already been colonized. Because he believes that you stop existing once you've been colonized. Because he's fucking racist. Fuck you, James Cameron. Yeah, tourism. I do love a Slotchley though. How about instead do a research lab and then we'll just simply buy. We will simply buy these things. I think we can afford them both actually. Give me a shopping mall and then give me a Slotchley. Yay! Now we're broke. How are the world rankings? Whoa. Oh my god. Holy. Yeah, try it. España. We're prepared this time. Mongolia leading. We're getting there. Brief Googling has told me domination is the way to go for Aztec victories. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that that's what the game wants you to do. What a good animation. She cares too much about her books to sully them by throwing them at me. Bye, Sunday. You're probably already gone. Oh no, they're trapped. That sucks. See, my attitude with this game is why nobody should have any power over anybody else. Like, it's just not a matter of morality. It's a matter of enforcing morality. The way I am treating this game is the way that everybody in the administration treats the world. They don't believe in consequences. They don't think anything's real. I think it's all just a fun game. Fucking earworm. Ooh, Lord of the Rings in theaters. Yes. Mr. Morbid and I saw it in theaters a couple years ago. But we saw it in 4D. Do not recommend. 4D fucking sucks. It is not cool to be like jostled around in your seat at really important sort of solemn moments because people are getting hit on screen. It's not cool. Do not like it. Ooh, Skinamarink. That's a good one. I've lost all ability to tell whether movies are like scary or not. So I can't tell you one way or the other, but I did like it. It did make me jump a couple times, and there were a couple points where you know, the little hairs stood up on the back of my neck. I got the shivers. Better make a theater square. Hell yeah, +3. Maybe we should just go ahead and buy a couple of tiles here. They're gonna expand soon anyway. Here, take this one. It's like when Zoe Saldana said Neytiri was being racist for hating Spider for being a member of the colonizing race. Yeah, but there's certainly no room in that movie for Jake Sully to be considered racist. Not possible. For objectifying and fetishizing the colonized race, you know. Ooh. Yeah, recruit. Which of these city-states is not a suzerainty? I don't know if there are any. Let's see. Oh, because I already get copies of all their stuff, so oh, Venice for sure. Yeah, who owns Venice? Owns Brazil. Hell yes, send that boy to Venice. Oh, that sucks. Probably this one. Go there. Make me a shipyard. Okay. I've not seen the Bone Temple yet. Mr. Morbid's truck has died because he buys these old cars. And so, sorry, I'm distracted. So he's been using my car to get to and from work, and if I take him to work because he's so far away, like the only thing that makes sense is for me to fucking stay out all day. And also I've been doing a bunch of, I've got too many tasks. I don't know if I'm, like, ideally that my workload is relatively light and I can find a free couple hours here and there to schlep it down to Marble Falls or no, not Marble Falls, Cedar Park, and go to the draft house, but I just got too much to do. We'll see. By the end of this week, that might be done. So no, I've not seen the Bone Temple. I have been watching a new season of Fallout. Yeah. I like it. Yay. My city now. What should they make? Probably a theater square. Oh, good. No adjacency bonuses. Love that for me. Oh, but look at that. Okay, good. Error's gonna turn soon. I don't know what Train Dreams is. An old game called Imperialism, where you exploit less developed nations economically and use your industrial base to conquer the other great powers. That is very dark. But it does sound educational. Uh, go fix all this shit. What do I want? A bank! Money, money, money! Okay, looks like you're in for a research lab. No. Absolutely not. Boop, boop, boo. Whew. That looks like Sweden's problem to me. Ah! All right. Good luck. What fools? Ooh. Da, 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 da. The most scared I've ever been watching a movie? Oh, probably The Strangers. It came out when I was a kid. Pretty scary. Being flung around violently in your chair because Denethor bites into a wet cherry tomato. Yeah. It was basically the experience. It fucking sucked. I interviewed to be a programmer for 40 movies. It was strange. How was it strange? I'm so curious. Jake Sully is the good white. Yeah. Well, Inspector, I can't find who you're... Oh, let's see. Walter said something earlier. I want to know. Oh, make the Aztec version of Monsanto. Yeah. One of the most significant innovations of the New World cultures was their cultivation of nightshade plants as crops. Is feeding the world still. Yeah. Nightshade plants and like peppers aren't nightshade, right? But like New World crops, this is part of what's so just like, I don't even know what to call it. Like immoral, I guess, is probably the word for the way that that we just sort of passively think of native cultures in this country as being like, you know, oh my God, they had nothing. Oh, they were scraping a living off rocks. Oh my God. You know, it's so great that and like the American government themselves, you know, as part of their colonization program, did a, no thanks. A whole campaign of like teaching the natives how to farm, you know, like these are cultures that introduced the world, fundamentally changed global cuisine by introducing the world to tomatoes, potatoes, pepper, chocolate, vanilla, corn, every single species of squash, like a great variety of beans, like a bunch of root vegetables other than potatoes. Like natives were eating, you know? exchange. Shit. Do I want to introduce Aztec VC bros to the world? Yeah. It's only 24 turns. I'll give them a sewer for their trouble. Do 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 do. Oh, bye, Ethan. The Aztecs were agricultural superpower and perfectly willing to sacrifice lesser people, just like Monsanto. That's for sure. But, you know, there are a lot of different ways to build an empire, to build any kind of society. And though the Aztecs were certainly willing to sacrifice...
Benjamin Franklin
oh my god.
discovered electricity. But it was the effect of the mass media is not to elicit belief, but to maintain the apparatus of addiction.
Yay. So like, to sacrifice lesser people, absolutely. But I think it's, like it's pretty standard, acceptance. I don't want to overstate this. It's like, Aztec society was a feudal society of sorts. And it's not like, you know, there was a whole bunch of equality or whatever, but it seems pretty accepted that Aztec society valued its citizenry a lot more than like most of Western Europe, you know, that treated their peasants in a much different way. Like that there was what we would call a peasantry, but that that peasantry was, you know, subject of a lot of concern, you know. So like Nezahualcóyotl, the who was one of the kings in the Triple Alliance at some point, basically made access to food free. He made sure that a bunch of, you know, he like wilded his area of I think of Xochimilco or what, you know, whatever access to the canals he had. He permacultured that area with like a bunch of trees and you know, perennial veggies and whatever, so that poor people could just go and eat whatever they wanted, so that nobody starved. Couldn't be us. Woo. We're approaching the end game. This game is kind of cool for the anthropological principle that cities tend to outlive their nations, yeah. Is there anything in Marble Falls now? A new branch of Mr. Morbid's gun shop. That's about it. That place sucks. I've been a tad frustrated by the courier not getting mentioned. I wonder if they will. I want to believe it's because the canon playthroughs, the courier tried to go through Quarry Junction and died. Yeah, I wonder if like Benny will show up. Oh, yay, you read my top 5 of 2025. Yeah, my top 5 of 2025 is up. I finished it. It took a lot longer than I expected because there's a lot to fucking say about movies this year. But it's up on my website, so if you want to read that, you can. Thank you. I'm in a good mood. Every time I finish a project, I'm in a good mood, even if, like, my suspicion is that, like, man, and this is part of my motivation issues, is that, like, I know that the work for something like, for things like articles is probably not worth their certainly individual output for me in terms of like, you know, benefit to my career. In the aggregate, they probably are. I hope. It's just, I don't expect a whole lot of people to read that top 5, but I'm happy I finished it. And I do think that that the little article I wrote in it about sinners is quite good. Yeah, I'm a pretty good whistler. Peppers are nightshade plants, okay. Thank you. Fear the Natives ate with that one. You don't like squash? You don't like a nice pumpkin? You don't like a nice butternut? Can't beat the natural pesticides, yep. Oh my god. It's exactly what I'm talking about, yeah. And the church taught all those poor people how to eat. Yeah, any kind of... because, like, the thing is that there were certainly starving natives. 1000%. In a lot of areas. There were a lot of populations of native people who were in absolute abject poverty. But why do we think that is? Have you ever heard of Sierra Mix maize? No. An indigenous cultivated maize that fixes nitrogen in aerial roots. Looks like it comes from space. It grows 12 feet tall in super poor soil. No Europeans are needed to develop this tech. That's part of this, and part of what pisses me off so much about the way that we conceptualize these things is that is technology. You know, every time I hear some fucktard, you know, I'm so sorry. But like, every time I hear some, you know, some Richard Dawkins type, you know, he's like modern enlightenment intellectuals who just sit around and like and like masturbate to the idea of being considered a, you know, on the level of Kant or whatever. Every time I hear them say something like, why is it that science only emerged in the West? Or some shit. It makes me want to shriek. God, I hate that shit so much. Agriculture is a technology. Even if you're like, and then, you know, I'm of course taking as a given that science 1000% existed in the Middle East and China long before it ever existed in at all the same way in Western Europe. But like, even in the New World and in Africa for that matter, like there is no, you can't come up with a definition of technology that, oh shit, whoops. You can't come up with any definition of technology that Native people in North America didn't meet unless that definition is like specifically designed to exclude things like government and agriculture, you know? Like that shit was made on purpose. You know what I mean? It drives me insane. Help them recover. Yeah, I guess, whatever. I hate playing a diplomatic game. Oh, oopsie doodle. You there. Go get our builder back. definitely gonna watch Companion now. It's very good. I liked it a lot. In fact, I liked it so much that when I was putting together that list, I was thinking like, oh man, wish I could include Companion, because it came out in February, so I just sort of included it, just kind of like packaged it together with last year's movies, and then I realized it was this year's movie, in fact. Got very excited. Cubert's full of the puns today. Yeah. Science only emerged in the West. What a fucking fantasy, you know? That's the kind of hubris that the American Empire deserves to fall for. Even if we, like, apart from everything else, you know? Even if we hadn't elected a, you know, an aging, addled, prissy, fucking reality TV star as president, even if we hadn't done all that colonization, even if we hadn't, you know, been the cause of the deaths of millions of people around the world, like, just for saying that, we deserve what we're getting. Let's deal with these guys. There's a mine capital that had a really complex irrigation system that's fully man-made. That was, well, the mines may have also, but that was Tenochtitlan, Mexico City. It still exists. And indeed, it is one of the most fertile areas of land in the world. They've figured out an unbelievably efficient and regenerative method of agriculture that people are still using to this day. You know, the barbarians of the European tradition, what the fuck is happening here? What's going on? Climate change? The barbarians of the European tradition don't think that anything is technology unless you had to destroy something for it. What is happening? Yeah, I don't think that's wrong. I read somewhere that if someone ever wrote a speculative history where the Americas had never been colonized, it would have to be the most innovative piece of science fiction in history. Yeah. Could have been what Avatar was saying, you know. Oh yeah, I did watch Heretic. I liked it. I like fucking what's his name in that movie? I forget. A comet? Oh my god. Oh, it's apocalypse time. Yay. Is the screen gonna be all painful from now on? Cities receive +2 power for every harbor building. Yeah, that'll be useful probably. Hooray! Yeah, whatever needs to happen for Western European and American scholars to stop fucking saying shit like that, I endorse. Our math came from the Arab world too. Yup. And a lot of that work was also replicated in the New World. The Mayans had math. The Aztecs had math. This like doesn't take a fucking genius to come up with that. What it does take is bureaucracy, usually. Which the Mayans and the Aztecs had in spades. My god. Do 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 do. The years of rice and sand. I gonna look that up 1 second. Years of rice and salt. Imagines a world where the Black Death killed 99% of Europe's population, allowing Islamic and Buddhist cultures to become dominant global forces instead of Christianity. That's super interesting. Oh no! Oh my god! What the fuck? I don't believe it. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, better recruit this great scientist. Per rainforest, they said. Gain 1,200 signs for each rainforest tile here or adjacent. Okay. Great. I don't think I have any... Okay, where's... If only I hadn't cut down all my rainforests! Oh no! It's okay, we can still get them somewhere useful. Looks like our best bet is going to be right here. I wonder if this counts. My banana plantation. Get over it, Christina. We have bigger concerns. There are more pressing matters.
There are 3 things extremely hard.
Archaeological Museum. Do you see a lot of academic horsepower dedicated to the music of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings? None at all. To be fair, I haven't looked. I'm sure there's some, but like music scholarship is different. Because like you have to expect your reader to be familiar with the you know, the medium of music is so different from the medium of literature. It's so much easier to write about books than it is to write about music. Campus, I guess? No. Yeah. We'll build a campus. Hi, Josie. How's it going? I need to reply to you on Discord. It's really, really easy for me to fall behind on DMs. I saw you sent me something. Oh no. Sorry, Cat's Bagels, but I'm glad you get to stick around. Christina, our capital was just annihilated by a divinely ordained meteor strike. Yeah, for real. Get your priorities in order. Music scholarship is what Qbert does, but unprofessionally. Well, that matters, doesn't it? What do you do as a music scholar? Oh my god. It's getting real toasty on our map here. Ooh, finished Graeber's direct action. How was it? Yeah, name every song.
When you launch a rocket, you're not really flying that rocket. Why is a woman to be treated differently? Women's suffrage will succeed. Despite...
Okay. Good lord. Aw, YouTube. Are you in a Discord server? Do I know you? Oh, perfect time for this city to defect. Very pleased about that. I'll get some era points. Oh, this is the last era though, I think. Maybe. I don't remember. Oh, no, it's not. There's one more. Man. Ooh! Oh, how sad for Sweden. Oh, no. We better get a builder up in here. Should you have a Discord? Great question. No. Your life will not be made better. Damn. No. Well, Instagram then. I don't know. Whatever your platform is, send me your YouTube channel. I should like to look at it. Oh my god. Ridiculous. Well, look at that. Tenochtitlan finally got its lake. First 200 pages are just documentation of all the meetings. He loves, Graeber loves a meeting. And theory about what it is to live as an activist. Stuff media never covers. That sounds useful. I've had that book for a good long time. Everyone's got an email of the article. Hell yeah. There's a link to it. I just made a post a couple hours ago. Community post on YouTube. So you could use that if you want. Hydroelectric dam. Yeah. It's true. Josie runs our movie night, and she's frequently the one who picks the movie, and they're always bangers. They're so good. Last week we watched The Lunchbox. So good. It was so good. It was so sweet and pleasant and just a good movie. Oh yeah, posted on Blue Sky also. I shouldn't have done apocalypse mode. This sucks. God damn it. It's not even climate change, it's just the apocalypse, I think. There's... Oh. It is climate change. Whoopsie. Can you reverse climate change in this game? Let's find out. Oh. Look at how small a contributor I am. The world cannot blame this on me. Ridiculous. Look at that. I'm the smallest contributor to climate change. Even the Maori are contributing more than me. Ridiculous. This is why everybody should succumb to the will of the Tlatoani. Civ 6 reverse climate change. No. Okay. Whatever. You don't have to set up a ghost account to read the it's just a website. This is part of the reason I sometimes regret moving from Substack to Ghost. Nobody knows how to fucking use Ghost. Nobody understands it. It's just a website. Just a normal website. You can do carbon recapture in real life. Man, this sucks. That's weird. I didn't know YouTube did that. Sorry about it. Oh, in the game too? It's City Project? Really? There's no way that I'm capturing everybody's carbon. Sorry, Cat's Bagels. I forgot that you're a fucking expert at this game. Let's see. Nutting. I must not be scientific enough. Aw, yay! Carlos is gonna save the world. Thank God. Fuck. I know a lot of people are working on it. I know. Sometimes I forget. That's great, Carlos. I hope you find a lot of success in that. For me. your career is, like, I hope that goes well too, but selfishly, I really, really want you to succeed as much as possible with carbon recapture. Repair the campus, please. Shit. At this rate, no one will win.
For a machine to run smoothly and predictably, the release of atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of mankind.
Oof.
If only I had known, I should have become a watchmaker.
Boop boo doo boop boo doo 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 doo. Nobody's winning this game. Rock bands. Oh, I forgot to get started on Broadway. Next time I get a notification for production, I'll do that. Oh dear. Yeah, Carlos. Here's hoping you outlast the administration. It's okay, they're burning themselves out. Evil tends to do that. I can finally spend all that faith on what? What can I buy with faith? Oops. Ah! God damn it! It's bumming me out. Dan Henschel? No. Say more. Oh, who cares? Ban the production of coal. All my diplomacy points. Oopsie. What am I doing right now? Communism? Yeah. Me. Give me diplomatic victory points. Ozone layer healing has major positive net benefits. Yeah, the ozone layer makes me hopeful, you know. We can fix shit, actually. This sucks! Oh. I need to send my musician down here. Yay. Choose production. Oh, ooh. You're not going to be able to build me Broadway, I'm afraid. It's more like it. Okay. Oh, you've got so much to repair. Holy. Okay. Mumbai is... Oh. I can't build Broadway. That sucks. Did somebody get to it before me? Boo. Spaceport? No, better put that in capital. Sewer. Have you ever thought about how cool my fan base is? Yeah, all the time. Just a bunch of chill, nice, interesting people, you know? So much better than having shitty coworkers. Comedian who satirizes online creators. Oh shit. Okay, I'll look him up 1 second. Boop, 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 boop. Yay. I'm gonna look him up later. Metal organic frameworks that can absorb ODSs. Whoa. That's super interesting. Yeah, I have to believe, but I do believe that, like, we'll fix our plastic pollution problem, you know? We will make a new kind of plastic. Japan already did it, but we'll make it at scale, you know? We will develop these microbes and these fungi that can digest plastic. I believe it. We will do it. Sure, go there. I didn't know he wrote all this stuff. Jesus, Scott Joplin. Defining the aesthetic of silent film. Shh, Josie. Don't ruin my argument. I do think you're probably right. I guess you might as well work on a spaceport. Fuck. Since we're doomed anyway. I'm never doing apocalypse mode again. This sucks. Oh, maybe Brazil will save us. Next time there's a next time there's a UN meeting or whatever the fuck, I'll vote for them. I liked One Battle After Another. I didn't love it. It's a matter of taste. Bye, London. This fucking sucks. Oh, good night, Camden. I think the meteors are random, but they sure do seem to be targeting me. No. Pacing issues with the second half of Sinners? No, I don't, to be honest. If there's any pacing issues, I think they happen in the first act. First act doesn't end until like halfway through the movie. It's crazy. But even then, I think that the first act is necessary for the kind of thing that it's doing, you know? Things like, you know, any kind of aesthetic, artistic rules are made to be broken. None of these are, like, crucial to making the thing work. It's that when you fail at those kinds of things, what am I trying to say? Like, when you fail at things like pacing, like those kinds of rules should be considered. Fuck, what am I trying to say? Somebody complete my sentence for me. You know what I mean? It's like if you already don't know what you're doing, then those kinds of aesthetic rules will bite you in the ass. You know, I think of rules. Rules are like the Pirates Code. Rules are like, you know, the kind of rules you get in kindergarten. They're supposed to like guide you toward what are sort of accepted best practices that are constantly redefined. You know, works of art that were masterpieces in previous generations wouldn't work at all today. Does that mean that they're wrong or that we're wrong? No, of course not. Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. Loved weapons most of all for subverting the whole mental illness is a monster trope. That was getting kind of exhausting. Yeah, hard agree. I'm glad we're maybe getting over that. Interestingly, there's no actual recording of Scott Joplin himself. That is interesting. Huh. But did record a performance of piano onto the paper rolls that you run through hand cranked self-playing pianos. Player pianos, I think they're called. That's cool. Build a spaceport. Yeah, the language of cinema are more guidelines to frame a solid narrative. Yeah. I think mental illness feels more like you've been cursed by a witch. Hard agree. That's a little bit in fact, my argument with Good Boy. and why I think part of why I think Good Boy is so good, that I wrote in my review that, oh my god, that like, and this is why it's important to, you know, explore things like perspective, the way that Good Boy does, because like through the eyes of that dog, it's really easy to see how, to a dog, the life, like the emotional and spiritual life of a human is incomprehensible. We are constantly haunted and magical and strange, you know. Weird things happen to humans. We're attacked by spirits all the time. And we can't see it because it makes perfect sense to us, but to dogs it's like we're incomprehensible creatures. And I think it's useful to remember that, you know, that shift in perspective. That like whatever spirit is in you, and then this is something that, you know, other cultures are kind of more able to handle. I think that like whatever spirit is in you that's making you so depressed, so sad, so self-sabotaging, so self-harming, like figure out where it comes from. You know, it's not enough to say it's not real. It is real. Of course it's real. It's, that's how dogs see it, you know.
Plastic figures as a disgraced material.
But you have to figure out where it comes from, you know. Exercise it. Oh, Lord. If you're teaching the Kuleshov effect in film school, would you use Good Boy? Yeah! That's a great point. Yes. Yes, I would. If I'm ever in a faculty position, that's a great point. And I will do that. Yeah, the director talks about the Kuleshov effect in his little, like, making of feature at the end of the movie. Kuleshov effect, I think the actor's name Mashushkin, early Soviet actor, and the Kuleshov effect, I think Kuleshov was a director, a Soviet director, and he was one of the first to establish the the film grammar rule that the emotion that is perceived on the face of an actor is directly affected by the adjacent shots that you put in, you know, before and after the shot of the actor. So if you put a bowl of soup, a shot of a bowl of soup after a shot of Mashushkin with a completely neutral face, the audience thinks Mashushkin is hungry. If you put a shot of a dead child after a shot of Mashushkin's neutral face, Mashushkin is sad, you know. He did a whole experiment about it and everything. It's super interesting. I like the TV tropes argument that pets are sort of living in a cosmic horror story. Yeah. We are under the mercy of forces beyond our understanding. Yeah, no, I think, like, yeah, I think my argument is kind of a reversal of that. I don't think, because, like, cosmic horror requires, requires like a mismatch between how you understand your own position in the world versus what that position actually is. And one of the things that's really kind of sacred about pets, and dogs in particular, like dogs and certain other animals like horses that have like a partnership relationship with us, but animals in general that have any kind of relationship to humans, they're not living in cosmic horror, I don't think, because they don't have any kind of any misunderstanding about what their place in the universe is. They don't think about it at all. You know, we're the ones who are in cosmic horror, and they're the ones who have to watch us go through all this. It's like living, like, you know, the way that I perceive it is like a dog with a human is like living with a sorcerer, you know, some kind of like eldritch magician who's constantly inviting demons into the house. Like, we're the ones that are haunted and constantly in a position of spiritual assault. They're fine. Words are always silly. The dog deserves it. I'm so fine with that. Some ants also keep livestock, yeah. Yeah, I've got some aphids on my strawberries right now. I have Conspiracy Against the Human Race, yeah. I haven't read it, but I've read a lot of Ligotti's short stories. Yeah, he's a man. Talk about a guy with demons. Woo. Ligotti's a sad guy. Sure. Yeah. Yes, the tarantulas that keep little froggies as pets. They're so cute. And then the little frogs are just like the most adorable little guys. They're like the size of a penny. I dare bad next to Tenochtitlan, yeah. They're more like straight up roommates. Yeah, I was about to say there are like elephants will keep pets. I bet there are cetaceans that do it too. That's so capybara coded. My understanding is that dodos didn't look quite as ridiculous as a lot of their illustrations. Ooh, John Krakauer. Man, I would like to write some books like him. I would like to write a book. In fact, I think I may make my I may try and sell my warrior thesis as a book. I think that actually might sell. Jesus. I guess they can have a fucking granary.
Jag har nyligen fått ett helt nytt konstverk och jag ska vara värd snart för en konstvisning. Era sändebud är och inbjudna.
Bet. I'll come see your new work. I'm a good writer? Oh, thank you. I was telling Mr. Morbid the other day that like I was like feeling not real great putting together that top 5 because like, man, it's so easy as a writer, and you see this in every single writer who keeps any kind of diary. Like go read the diary of John Steinbeck, or like any writer who any working writer feels fucking stupid all the time. Like, it, do I know any words? You know, can I? It's just one word that I can come up with for, you know, to describe this thing. But I used it last sentence. God damn it. I'm constantly convinced I'm the stupidest person on earth. And I know I'm not. But I think that's just like, increasingly, I think that's just what happens when you take any kind of career that requires you to write a lot. Oh my god. Well, at least I kept my entertainment center. My family fun complex. Oh. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, my advisor told me that I should start reaching out to publishers a couple months ago, and I think I should follow her advice. I'm not going to self-publish. Sorry. I'm not going to do that. I got to make some money off it. Otherwise, I'm not a fast enough writer to self-publish. I need a contract. And preferably in advance. Yeah. What a bummer ending to this Civ run. Why, I have half a mind to start the game over, but no, I cannot. Next game has to be Subnautica. Oh god, there's a fuck ton of people here, I just noticed. Hi. Oh, Mumbai actually does need food, I think. Oh no, they're doing okay. Shopping mall then. I'm probably more of an author than anything else, although I will be, you know, applying to like real person jobs in the next few months after I take my couple months to write as much of the dissertation as I can. I don't know what that'll look like. If it'll be like, you know, PR companies or faculty positions, or I don't know. I'll just apply around and see who bites. My hope is that I can find something that at least gives partial benefits and is part-time, so that I can still have enough time to, you know, do my own stuff and make videos and whatever. But if I could sell a book, that would solve that problem on its own. How long has this warrior been here? What the fuck? Just stuck by the mountain. You get a bunch of Raid Shadow Legends and NordVPN sponsors. You know, I almost made a post about this on Discord, just so I could get the, you know, the pats on the head, but I rejected a BetterHelp sponsor, a $2,000 BetterHelp sponsorship a couple weeks ago. You're welcome. I have ethics. Yeah, YouTube's not a good job. Like, I don't know, I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I have been sort of strategically not treating YouTube as a real job. And so I feel like I'm a little bit insulated by the things that other people are seeing. I've never made that much money off YouTube, and it's never been my intention to make that much money off YouTube. To my benefit and detriment, I think. I think my YouTube career or whatever, such as it is, could probably be at a much more lucrative spot, but I also think that would be very stressful. And there are certain risks you expose yourself to when you get to a position like, I don't know, ContraPoints, or even like FD Signifier, you know. that I really don't have any interest in. So, I don't know. It depends on, oh, man. We'll just see how things go. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing and stay true to what I want to do while trying to increase my output in a way that I feel is sustainable. I would rather make less money and have less notoriety and maintain my mental and spiritual health, you know, than make a lot of money and just be rotten inside. Not that FD Signifier is rotten inside. Looking back, it kind of seems like that's what I was saying. It's not what I'm saying. Man, what is even the point? What is the point? Oh, Josie, don't flatter me like that. Graber is the kind of scholar that I aspire to be. Yeah. His writing style, his, you know, position in academia, his rejection of academia, like, yeah, he's the kind of scholar I want to be. It grinds my gears so much that I'll never be able to meet him, because even in, you know, in my career right now, I probably could have sent David Graeber an email and he probably would have responded, and that'll never happen. It sucks. Oh, publish your novel, Carlos. Please do it. Everybody needs to be making more art. Looking at working for Hank Green and Complexly. What's Complexly? I thought about asking Hank Green if he would interview for the dissertation, but I don't think he's leftist enough. Oh, okay. Oh, jobs. Let's see. See what we got here. Crash course producer. Oh, I could do that. All day long I could do that. Remote US based? Shit. Oh. Well. Candidates must reside in or be willing to relocate to one of the following states. And Texas is not included, so I'd have to move if that happened, but I could do this, absolutely. So yeah, I guess that is an option. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, it's like I would be very, very happy, you know, taking a small time and pay cut and having a little more sort of like outside responsibility. I mean, not even pay cut, that's a pay increase for what I'm making right now for sure, but like, you know, for YouTube, like sacrificing a little bit of the time and space to focus on YouTube for a job like that. Definitely, I wouldn't do it for just anything though, but that's one of the sort of luxuries of being in my position, I guess. It's like my position right now is kind of what I envision, kind of what the sort of life that I envision a UBI giving to people, you know, where it's like I don't have a lot of money, I don't put a lot of savings away, it's for fucking sure, but I can, you know, I can support a reasonably healthy and dignified and fun lifestyle, you know. And I have the space to look for jobs in a way that is not out of a place of desperation, you know. That is what I wish for everybody. If I take a job, it's because I really want to work. Really want to work that job. Very good position to be in. It's worth reminding myself sometimes. Hi, kitty. Never heard of Graeber. What do you recommend to start reading? I think Debt, The First 5,000 Years is probably his best book, but if you're not already like familiar with this, I don't know, sort of some basics of economic theory and oh my god, and history and stuff, it might be a little opaque. I don't know. Probably his most popular one was Bullshit Jobs. Really good. I disagree. Bullshit Jobs is one of his few pieces that I have some disagreements with. I haven't read the, what's it called? It's not the Tyranny of Rules. It's the opposite. It's the Utopia of Rules. Yeah. I've had that on my shelf for a long time. It looks really good. It's about bureaucracy and how it develops, and you might start with that. If you go to his website,
it is burning with it.
Go to his website, you'll see a bunch of the articles he wrote. That's probably the best place to start. God, the game gets so depressing in apocalypse mode. I don't like this. Come work for the DOJ. No, I'm good. Oh, you have that one. Do it. Yeah, combined with Twitch, I don't know. Twitch is still pretty thin. Twitch is always pretty thin, but combined with Twitch, it's 97 viewers. Ooh, oh, look away. One time when I was playing New Vegas, during the stream where I killed Benny, there were well over 100. I still don't know why that was the case. It was a good stream, but for some reason people really showed up to watch me kill Benny. Hard to imagine me on a family-friendly program like Complexly. Like, your commentaries are always sharp and biting. Thank you. Well, I invite you to remember that both of my bachelor's and master's are both in film, and my PhD is in communications. Okay. Like, my commentary is not representative of the things that I know how to do. These are just the things that I like to do. Yeah. YouTube has better quality than Twitch. Interesting. I didn't know that. I wonder why that's the case. Oh, Dawn of Everything. Of course. Everybody should read the Dawn of Everything. Yeah, read that. Oh my god. I think Graeber was not super proud of Bullshit Jobs. I've heard from one of his former partners. Whoa, then he mainly wrote that for the paycheck. Yeah, I mean, I know that it was initially an essay, and he expanded it probably for the paycheck. Where he was actually super proud of was Lost People, Magic and Slavery, Legacy of Slavery in Madagascar. It makes sense. Usually academics are, you know, most interested in the things that they actually did there. That they got their degree in, you know. It's true. New Vegas is potentially endless, and like, I have found that that's really awesome personally. You know, just sitting and playing New Vegas. Oh, just like smoking a big old J and like getting a good burrito, a bowl of noodles in front of you, and just pulling up New Vegas and like walking through the wasteland. Oh, what a good time. What a good time. But for streaming, I don't know. Money. Oh, I should start buying some stuff, huh? I've just kind of checked out since apocalypse mode kicked in. Sorry. It's too depressing. It's definitely film-sized niche that Complexly doesn't have filled. True. I mean, I know they did a film history crash course, but I mean, and that is an area that I do think that I would be, you know, a perfect candidate for any kind of educational company or even nonprofit that is focused on media scholarship specifically, and you know, like including film, but also outside film, like what film effects and what you know, what sort of cultural aspects of our society are built around our understanding what film is. Like that, these are the things that I feel is like, yeah, it's probably missing in that company that would greatly, I don't know, develop it in directions I think companies like that should be going, I guess. Ah! I did see Folding Ideas video about Jarhead. Of course I did. Me and Dan, our interests in military culture and martial culture in general are really converging of late. Yeah, encouraging drug use only if you're in New Mexico or California or Colorado, or, of course. Or if you have a, oh my god, a medical exemption, or if you live in Texas where it's not legal but none of the stores give a fuck. You cannot imagine me simultaneously playing and eating. There are noodles everywhere. Yeah, no, I have to focus on one or the other. Many trips to the microwave. I do love it when Dan just goes on one of his arcs. Yeah, man, what a great scholar, what a great anthropologist. Genuinely, what he's doing could be published if there was any kind of academic outlet for video essays, which there should be, and I predict probably will be in the future. All of his research is publishable. It's incredible work. And lest we forget, he was like, I don't know, oh, what would you say? Maybe 15% of the reason the NFT market crashed. Man, what a feather in your cap, you know. Are we pals now? No. But it's cool to know that he knows I exist. We've never interacted. I don't think he even like reacted to that subtweet, which I don't say as like any kind of animus or anything. The only reason I replied at all is just because it's really, like, I reply to everybody who reposts one of my videos. I at least like the post, you know? That's just polite. But especially with that one, like, I haven't watched that video in years. I mean, like, I don't watch my own videos, so after a while it becomes pretty difficult to remember what I even say. So to see that one be the one that Dan Olsen's like, oh shit, this is good shit, like, was pretty funny to me. Whoop. Neutralized governor, what? Oh my god. Ridiculous. Did unfortunately use an internet-friendly numbered list. Is that true? Man, and Jenny Nicholson's got it made. Hardly ever posts on YouTube. When she does, it's like the most important piece of entertainment journalism of the year. And just has this like thriving Patreon industry with fucking like 12,000 paying patrons. It's crazy. That's the dream. Her videos are some of my very dearest comfort videos. Every time I just need something on in the background, if I'm like doing a run of show or, you know, some kind of, ow, Jesus fucking Christ, kitty. Fuck. So I'm doing a run of show or some kind of like bullshit administrative task, I'll put on the Evermore video or the Star Wars Hotel and just let it rip. Everything's a good time if that's on in the background. What? Darkstar Mike, if you're in the Discord server, anytime somebody identifies themselves as a veteran, especially if you were deployed, especially if you saw combat, please send me a DM for my warrior research. Command felt the need to issue a warning about the film. Jesus fucking Christ. That's amazing. A little therapeutic for me because my own dad had been in the military for decades, and aside from being abusive to my mom and I, he always narrativized his experience with the military as saving him from his own abusive upbringing. Jesus, the video made me realize the military probably just insulated him from the possibility of actually healing when he needed to. Yeah, probably. It's a really toxic institution, the military. And this is part of my, like, you know, part of my warrior argument, that it doesn't have to be, that like a martial culture or martial subcultures don't have to be toxic. They don't have to be degrading to their members. You know, that's something that we choose because we don't want to give people the power that's implicit, the personal power that's implicit with martial ability that a lot of other cultures have very successfully woven into pro-social positions in their own cultures, you know. You've never seen a Jenny vid? Oh my god. You go watch the Star Wars Hotel one, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. It's amazing. It's one of the most incredible pieces of journalism I've ever encountered. It's so good. The Evermore one too. It's insane to me that Jenny's videos are as good as they are when they are often like 2 hours of her just vlogging, which I think is a huge testament to her as a writer and communicator. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's a really talented journalist. which seems like it sounds, and this is the thing that I really genuinely love about YouTube. I won't even say social media, just YouTube. And the kinds of new media that it's created in the form of things like the video essay and vlogging, you know, that like it's created new venues for serious talent and public service, you know. I think that's really cool. Enlisted in 2003 in the inventory, I tried to say. I'm playing too many video games. Deployed to Iraq in June of 2004. Fought in the assault of Fallujah. Jesus Christ, dog. Yeah, DM me or email me or something. The Brony one is great. Yeah. Yeah, yes, that's a good point. If the Star Wars and Evermore videos are too long for you, go watch the Brony one. Okay. Bye, Jacobs. See you later. I also helped transport civilians from the port of Beirut to Cyprus when Israel invaded in 2006. Found out years later that we had Anthony Bourdain on board in one trip. Jesus. Jenny's videos should be boring. Yeah, they're just person in front of camera. But she has amazing energy in writing. There's so many good YouTubers. And yeah. I think it's important to be grateful, you know? Man. You know, if I ever have like any kind of academic or YouTube career reputation, I want to be known as the anti-Jordan Peterson. I want to be known as the person who says everything that Jordan Peterson says, except it's not fucking stupid shit. It's not the most brain dead shit you've ever heard in your life, and it's not geared toward trying to get people to fall into some sort of like ridiculous like hierarchical assumption of nature and the spirit and art and religion, and instead encourages them to find meaning in their own lives through contact with the unknowable, whatever form that might take for them. That's what I want out of life. Oh no! How many cities do I have left? Oh my god. This just feels like a lost cause. Boop, 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 boo, doo, 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 doo. I feel like everyone complains about YouTube's potential for slop, which is true, but I also think the ceiling is just so high. I agree. And it's, the reason I went on that small Jordan Peterson rant is because I think it's important to be grateful. I think it's genuinely important, not because, you know, somebody deserves your gratefulness or whatever, but because it's important to maintain your personal strength to be grateful for the things you can be grateful for, you know? Good Lord. Oh, no more silk for me. Yikes.
Sports do not build character. They reveal it.
Distributed sovereignty. Woo-wee. Do boop doo boo. Find it so interesting. The Red Letter Media guys who innovated the video essay format in 2008 have almost completely ditched the format. I've watched almost none of their stuff, which I think is a testament to what you're saying. Became active in the anti-war movement after I got out in 2007 and spoke at the Winter Soldier Conference in 2008. Darkstar Mike, why are you telling me all this in chat when you could be emailing me? Email me! I have become pen pals with a few veterans at this point. That, man, it's like this book is already writing itself. Oh my god. Now I think I have to write this book. Because otherwise, what's the point of being in contact with all these veterans? You told me how to get on the Discord before, but I was stoned at the time and never followed up. Go to the YouTube page for the stream channel, and it's in the description. You can also sign up for Patreon at the $3 level, but you don't have to do that. Any true morbid Zoombini can find a little Easter egg Discord invite in the stream channel description. As a teen, I always thought I was too dumb to understand JP. Turns out I was too smart. Exactly. You are. It's a big day when you realize you're actually too smart to understand JP. Yes, she has a video about the Joker film. Yeah, a few years ago, Jenny Nicholson went like semi-viral because some chud had made an 11-hour response to that video, and it was such a perfect encapsulation of, you know, the modern crisis with men. What the fuck? Are they okay? Oh my god. Yes, 11 hours. Now I'm questioning my own judgment and wondering if it was 8. It was way too long. Yeah, it is disordered thinking. Oh my god.
The good thing about computers is that they do what you tell them to do.
This fucking sucks. Which city did I lose? Oh, that sucks. It was Hyderabad. I don't like this. Did I watch it? No. Oh, you're talking to Fractal Dactyl, of course. In their defense, they did not spend the whole time talking about her. But still. Too much. Give Brazil 2 diplomatic victory points so that we can all be put out of our misery. I don't care. Gold. Man. run to the bathroom. Be right back. Oh, I've not gotten around to Wendigoon's Blood Meridian video. I have not. Too long. What a commitment. That is nearby. What is even the point? Oh my god. I'm dooming. Aw. Hindustani people are so beautiful. I am notoriously ethnically ambiguous. I'd make a great main character for for any kind of mid-2000s I don't know, fantasy or sci-fi novel. To be fair, that video is 75% straight summarizing of the novel. I'm still kind of interested in how he summarizes it. Not interested enough to actually watch the video, though, apparently. Sucks. I shan't be winning this game. How many cities do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pray for 11 comets to wipe me off the fucking map. Goodness. I'll never despair about anything but my Civ game. Have I attacked the Swedes yet? No. There's no point now. I know, I talked a big game on Discord. Oops. Oh. Do I have a camera that works for both streaming and filming? I film with this camera often, because I prefer the Sony. I have a Sony A series, and this is the lens that I prefer to shoot on. Well, it's the lens that I have to shoot on because the other lens that I have for the Sony A series camera doesn't have threading in the lens, so I can't use a teleprompter with it. But this lens, it looks great. It's a 50mm lens, which is a really good size. It's very flattering, you know. But you have to have the camera like fuck off far away from you. So lately I've been filming with the Canon that is serving as my webcam right now. It's doing fine, I think. I don't know. I'm not a very good filmmaker, so I've like limited patience for you know, cinematographical quality or worrying about it. Oh, thank you, Azura. I appreciate it. Would you recommend folks to write / record videos? Had some ideas floating around to write and record something, but I don't know. Yeah, of course, absolutely. You risk almost nothing. This is one of those, you know, one of those mediums, one of those media. Yeah, do it. God damn it. Just put the camera across the street and perform at it through your window, yeah. I'm gonna have to hop off pretty soon here, and I fear that this is the last we'll see of the Aztec Empire. This is the sad and unceremonious end of the Aztec Empire, I'm afraid. Not with a bang, but with a whimper does the Aztec Empire die. I shall not be coming back here. There's no way I can win this game at this point. It's not very fun because apocalypse mode isn't very fun. So I'm gonna abandon it and not waste any more hours on this doomed playthrough and instead just pivot to Subnautica. Explains some of my strong anti-Swedish feeling. A Swede got me to do some research on Swedish history. My ancestors led a rebellion against Swedish occupiers on Bornholm. Hell yes! Grandpa Wellen Inspector. Morbid go-to order for sushi. I don't like raw sushi. I don't like sashimi because I'm a little baby. I've had sashimi that I've liked in the past, but I don't prefer it. So I usually do eel. I usually do like a dragon roll or a spider roll. Anything with cooked shellfish, California rolls for sure, but it's more of like a staple roll, you know. Boom. Bang bang. Would I do more streams of Lord of the Rings research? It's mostly done, so probably not. Maybe. But probably not. The research portion is pretty done, I think. And after that, it's going to be all warrior research. My work with Lord of the Rings is very close to finished. That's one thing that I really, really, really love about YouTube stuff, and like a faculty position would offer something similar, if not completely similar. That like I'm a person of capricious interests. I don't want to do something anymore. I'm not gonna fucking do it. So, you know, the fact that if you were just doing your own stuff, and you know, then YouTube allows you to do that, like, you just do what you're interested in. That's great news for someone like me. You know, like somebody said about Dan Olson, just go off on one of your arcs. No one's stopping you. Oh shit. Sushi places in LA. If you ever go to LA and you've got some money, go to Sugarfish. And that, when I have liked sashimi, the sashimi that I have actively really enjoyed has been from Sugarfish. I have to read you the Silmarillion. Do I? Oh, Constantine? I like it. I like it a lot. Constantine is one of those, that's a good cult movie. You know, everybody thought it was kind of silly when it came out, but it has since been reevaluated. When are you getting a Lord of the Rings video? Well, the Gollum video is coming out Saturday. So that might make you happy, maybe. Who knows? And then the Ring video, I still need to finish the script for. But that's coming along, so I'm hoping before the end of February. I did not watch Lord of the Rings in theaters this year, no. A couple hours ago, I was talking about that. Me and, I'll just repeat myself a little bit, that me and Mr. Morbid went to go see all the Lord of the Rings in theaters a couple years ago. But we saw it in 4D, which was a huge mistake. It fucking sucked. It was not a good time. I do not recommend 4D under any circumstance. Make it. Make it, Mike. Make it. Everybody needs to be making shit. It is of grave importance that people be making shit. I'm hungry. What am I gonna have for dinner? I've been putting away a lot of calories lately. I've been in bear mode lately. That midwinter bear mode. I think I may do like a little scampi sauce with some lion's mane mushrooms I got at the farmer's market. I should probably eat some vegetables too. Sounds good. Oh no, Pacific time? Yeah, Pacific time, that means I start at 4 for you. That does suck. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm done. I think I'm not gonna do apocalypse mode ever again. It is not a good time. It ruined my whole deal. I do not wish to do it again. So I'm gonna break ground on a new Tlachli just as a final farewell. Everybody say goodbye to the proud Aztec Empire. And I will see you on Thursday, and we'll play some Subnautica. Yay! Mike's on the Discord. Excellent. Okay. See everybody later. Exit desktop. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna save this game. That's how over it I am. What an unceremonious end. Perhaps Subnautica will end better. Alright. See y'all Thursday. Oh my god, why am I so low in the camera? I gotta watch that for next time. It's hard to remember how, like, where I'm positioned on camera. Oh, Hampton wasn't here this time. It just occurred to me. He wasn't here to roast my appearance. This is why Hampton needs to be here, so that I can be kept honest.